Hello, Half Hour Happy Hour listeners. We are approaching our 200th episode, and we want you to join us for it. On June 20th at 6 p.m. at the Scum and Villainy Cantina in Hollywood, we will be recording our 200th episode live in front of all of your pretty faces. So show up, come have some drinks, come eat a little food, and even better, afterwards, there's going to be geek trivia. So stick around for that. We'll see you there, June 20th. Bye-bye.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. For the next half an hour-ish, we are going to be sipping some booze and spitting some news. Sitting in with us, as always, the lovely and talented Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
Ooh.
How you guys doing?
Good. I missed you guys.
I know it's been like 2 weeks.
I know.
2 weeks.
I know, because we didn't see each other over Memorial Day weekend.
I saw Tom.
Yeah,
we did a
that's
live
right.
stream board game thing.
What?
Yeah, we did. That was
was
great.
fun.
Why wasn't I invited?
You were on a plane.
No, I was in Austin.
Where are you
What are
now?
you doing? You're making all weird noises
Sorry,
on the
I
mic.
love you.
He's using the mic.
I went to
Keep talking.
Austin, Texas for my buddy's wedding, and it was super fucking fun.
How was it?
It was great.
Were you staying in like the heart of Austin, or were you on the outskirts?
No, I was. Well, I mean, I wasn't like in downtown because I was staying with friends, but I was.
Oh, got it.
5 minutes east of downtown or something. I don't know.
Well, how much fun did you have? I feel
All of
like
the fun.
Austin, since South by,
party
I haven't
town.
been to South by in so long.
It's such a great city.
Yeah.
It's really a wonderful city. It was very hot. It was very hot. But I met some podcast listeners.
Really?
Oh, get out of town.
I met some 4-H listeners.
Oh,
What,
cool.
how,
Yeah.
what?
Because I like posted that I was there, and so some people wrote on my Instagram, and like someone who manages a great restaurant there called
Ooh.
Roaring Forks invited me to come
What?
by for a happy hour. It was
That's
great. And then like
cool.
while I was there was some other dude who was like, "Hey, are you Alison Haislip?" I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I'm a fan." So like we had a drink with him. It was like, yeah,
Amazing.
it was super great. I'm like,
That's
Austin's
cool.
super friendly, and we have a lot of fans there. And so I said, if we can ever find a reason to get to Austin, we can record our podcast
Yeah.
from this
Yeah.
restaurant. We've been approved
Oh,
to
great.
do that at
Done.
the Roaring Forks restaurant.
That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I like Roaring Forks.
It was
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
queso. So this is my thing. Like
queso.
queso doesn't really exist in LA, you know?
Not really.
No, but in Texas, like in Texas and Alabama and Georgia. Well, it exists. It's just not good.
Yeah.
But down there, I was like, every place I went, I was like, I'm just ordering. If they have queso, I'm getting queso. I want all
Yeah.
the queso. And
Oh,
this place
God.
had really good queso.
I'm so hungry right now.
I'm sorry.
And I had a beer. I'm like having,
having
a
a
beer,
beer, yeah.
and it's just
You're
making
going to
me
drunk
want to.
order food after
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's
Pizza.
gonna be so good. Nah, maybe not pizza.
No.
I don't know.
Wings. You love your wings.
Wings are great. Last night I had a I had a cheeseburger and chili cheese fries.
Oh my God.
And a
Where?
scoop of ice cream.
Tommy's or
fat
oh,
burger.
So was it your cheat day? Or you're not
Yeah,
just
sort
doing
of.
your thing anymore?
I don't
Sort of.
know. I don't know. I gotta figure.
What?
I have. Oh,
What is
Yeah.
I don't. I need to find a new.
easy diet? Where you
No,
don't
not
have to
easy,
Yeah.
but
eat
but
well?
I need to find a new diet that I understand, right? Like
Okay.
that's the problem is I need to have a thing that makes sense for me. I need to know when I walk into the kitchen, I have a box.
Yeah.
And I can eat in the box, and that's it.
I'm going to say what would be the easiest diet for you is just moderation.
Yeah, Alex.
I don't have
I
that.
agree. with
Yeah,
I don't
but
have
that-
that. When I start eating, I just go.
Yeah, but
because
that
I'm like,
that might be the test. Like, stop limiting yourself on what you can eat, and just say, I can eat anything I want, just less of it.
oh God, that was such a hardship to her.
I had to do that when I lost my weight, and it works.
Yeah.
Just moderate. I
'Cause
still
also-
drink soda.
Because
Yeah.
Because
So
also,
much of
I mean, everyone knows that I've had my back injured. I'm
Oh, yeah. How is
I'm finally good. I feel great. I did acupuncture again, and after the second
Great.
time I did acupuncture, I was like, I
That's
feel
awesome.
totally great.
That's so cool.
And so I worked out again for the first time
How much you
this
bench?
past week. Shut up.
I'm
260. I don't know. Is that
Yeah,
good?
that's
you
good.
see, I'm in my Peloton stuff.
Yeah,
so
you
it's like
are.
as soon as you guys leave, I'm
You're
hopping on the
gonna,
Peloton.
you're not going to drunk order food?
Oh, after I
Yes.
ride the Peloton, because
Just
then,
gotta
by the
earn
way,
it first.
exactly,
Yeah.
Tom style.
But my-
I'm like, I worked out. I'll have 7 pizzas.
Right, but my point is that for that month, I couldn't work out. I didn't do
Yeah.
anything
Oh,
like,
you
and I
felt-
normally work out all the time.
Yeah.
And I felt skinnier.
Yeah,
I
interesting.
don't weigh myself, so I don't
Yeah.
actually know if I lost weight or whatever. But like my
I mean, you look
pants,
good, yeah.
thanks, my pants were fitting way better, and that made me go, oh, I think I've been working out too much. You know, like
Gaining like muscle. That
yeah, that I don't need. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, clearly you should stay toned, but like, you know, I don't need to look like you, Tom. You're ripped. You're
But you
jacked.
look
but
awesome. If
I
you
look-
look like
I
Yeah,
look
yeah,
so
yeah.
cool. So
That'd be fucking hysterical. All of a sudden, you're like,
Right.
"Hey, what's up, guys?" I'm like, Jesus, what have
Yeah.
you been doing? I found this new workout regimen. It's called
hate
Tom. It's called Tom.
it's called the Krajewski. The Krajewski. But so I'm kind of like, not that I'm glad I got injured, but like I feel like I've learned something.
Yeah.
Like I was on forced bed rest, not bed rest, but whatever,
Yeah.
rest.
I feel
And
like
so
I gotta.
now I'm like moderating
Yeah.
my workout around knowing that.
I do like the Peloton, the ease of being like, I just gonna like. For me, the hard part is putting the shorts on. If that makes
Why?
any sense.
Why? Oh, because like once
Because I never want to put the shorts on.
Yeah, but once you put
Once
the
I
shorts
put the shorts on, I'm
you-
doing it.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no world in which I take the shorts off,
and not work out.
not doing it, right?
Yeah,
Because that's
yes.
just like, I don't know why that is a weird differentiator to me. It's
I get
like,
it.
it's just like, if I put my workout clothes on, I'm going to work out.
Right.
It's just, it's like I have this like force field stopping my foot to go into the shorts. Yeah.
So hard.
I'm like, God, yeah. But then I was like, because Tom, you wake up early and work out. That's sort of the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that just sort of like you're an early person, or how did that? Because
No,
that's another
I
thing
don't
I'm
know.
thinking of is like, do I just like set my alarm for 7:30 and just get up and get on the Peloton every day? It
Yeah,
will
but-
suck for a bit, but once I get into that
Totally.
rhythm,
But also, here's the thing. I don't think you just working out on the Peloton every day is going to make a huge difference if you're not also changing your diet.
no, but because I'm doing that every day, I will
Yeah.
change my diet because I
Okay.
won't want
You don't
that
wanna waste
to go to waste.
that.
yeah,
Right.
okay. That makes sense.
Like it's like, well, fuck, if I'm going to do that,
Right.
no chili cheese fries every night.
Well, yeah.
Just eat half an order of chili cheese
God,
fries.
you can't
not the
eat
whole
half an
thing.
order
No.
because it's there, and then I
That's
eat
true.
it.
You have to like order. You have to order smaller portions. You can't
Which
get the
they
same.
don't want you to
yeah,
do.
No.
They're like 10 cents more, and you can have twice as much fries. You're like,
It's
I
such
don't
a
need
deal.
10 cents. I don't need that
need-
10 cents. You take that 10 cents.
I'm
Man.
with you though. Like I used to eat like a whole pizza, but now I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I'll just have 4 slices, and I'm like
4?
satiated. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know it's half a
I'm
pizza.
like, I have 2, and I'm like, I'm gonna die.
I know. Oh no, dude. Oh my God. What happened? What happened? I woke up in the morning, and the roof of my mouth was burnt. And I was like, what happened?
Oh no.
And then Heather was like, wow, you really hoovered that pizza last night. And I
Oh
was like,
no.
I was like, pizza last night. And I don't remember when it was, but like,
my
I guess we were drinking and watching something, and I was like, you know how you get those things? Well, all right, I get these things
Yeah.
where I get an idea in my
And you
brain.
have to have it.
And I have to have it.
Yes.
And the worst part is, if I'm by myself, I won't do it because there's a part of me that's like, but do you?
Yes.
But then when I say it out loud and Heather's there and she just goes, well, then just order a pizza. And I'm like, yes. Thank
Someone
you.
validated
I
my
will,
thoughts.
I will do the thing you just forced me
So
to do.
it's her fault if you get it and you gain weight. 'Cause
Exactly.
she said you should do it.
But I ate the whole fucking pizza and I it was hot and I literally woke up burnt mouth.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, it was
And
so
you
bad.
didn't learn your lesson. You're gonna do it all
No.
over again.
Do it all over again. Queso. Am I right,
Oh,
guys?
queso's so good.
So couple fun pieces of information.
Okay.
FPOs.
Uh,
FPIs?
I'm actually
I don't know.
FBI.
FBI's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear some FBI's.
Yeah. The Federal Information Bureau. Anyway.
Nope, all wrong.
So I'm glad you guys haven't noticed,
Oh.
Oh dear.
but Heather backed into my car.
No. Where?
Do you see this right here?
Oh my.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can hammer that out. Never done it before, but I can do it.
That's what I did. I got down there and I was trying to pull it out, and I was
Really?
like, so what ended up happening was my car was backed out because we back the car out when they do their live stream every week. Which, by the way, if
In
you
the
want
garage?
to see
Yeah.
live music, Sundays at 6, caffeine.tv/Heather Stewart. Every Sunday at 6. It was really great.
That's great.
But I backed my car out so they can have more space to do their music stuff.
Right.
So my car was backed out in down into the driveway.
Yeah.
And Heather had to go somewhere and she had to we were dog sitting this fucking devil dog.
Oh no.
I mean, it's fine that she's a nice dog, but she has that bark that just gets in your soul.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
Just she's just a doofus. Anyway,
Doofus.
so she's like, I had to take the dog, and she was going to go meet her mom, and it was just this whole big thing. And all of a sudden, I get this phone call
Oh no.
right after she leaves, and I go, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And she goes, "Can you move your car back into the garage?" And I go, "Yeah." Did you hit it?
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah. And I was like, I came out, and she was, of course, felt horrible. And I was like,
Right.
it's Elise. I don't give a shit. Plus, you can barely see it.
Yeah.
I got the scrapes on the other side from the dick at fucking Ralph's that you are way more noticeable than this little dent. And I'm like, don't worry
Wait,
about
so
it.
if it's a lease, it doesn't matter?
I mean, it does, but I just was like, I don't care. That's the whole
How
thing.
do leases work? Because I've literally never leased a car, and I feel like my next car might be a lease.
It's great. So essentially, you are you're renting a car.
Right.
However, it's like the rent-to-own places.
Right.
So, like, if you love the car, you can, at the end of the lease, pay it off,
Right.
and now you own the car.
But if you don't, like, for example, when you return this car,
Yeah.
what does this dent do?
So, I rarely ever actually return
A damaged car.
my lease.
Oh.
I've only turned in my lease once.
Mm-hmm.
It was the BMW one. Usually what happens is because if you get cars that hold their value really well,
Yeah.
what I do is because at any time you can buy the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Like I could just call and be like, how much for me to buy that Bucephalus? And they'll
Yeah.
go, whatever I have left on plus
Yeah.
the buyout. And I'm like, great, I'll buy it.
Right.
So what I do is as my lease is coming up, rather than taking the car back in and saying, here are the keys, which is where they would go, a $200 ding on the thing. This is
So
gonna be a
you
little
get
bit.
charged for
Yeah, you
damage.
get charged for
okay,
damage.
that was my question.
What I do is I take the car to CarMax and I go and I find out how much I owe on the car.
Right.
And then I find out how much they will give me for the car. Usually because I buy cars that have retain their value pretty well, usually the CarMax, they will give me between $500 and $2,000 more than I
what
owe.
the buy-off is.
Right.
Oh.
And they do this all the time. Actually, I
Yeah.
was telling Sky about this because he was like, I have this freaking lease for 6 months. I'm going to be away shooting a TV show. What am I going to do? And I go,
Lend me his car. I don't have one.
yeah, right. But he's still paying. He was like, I'm not going to pay for this car. So I was like,
Yeah.
just take it to CarMax and find out what the payoff is.
Yeah.
Because they do it so frequently
Yeah.
for people that literally they will take your car and they'll go, this is how much we're going to offer. What's your buyout? And you go, it's $2,000 less than that. And they go, great, here's a check for $2,000. And it's our car now.
Oh.
And you
Wow.
go, okay, thank you.
And then they handle the buyout side.
They know they call the leasing company and they go, we now own this car.
Oh.
You don't have to, I mean,
That's awesome.
You barely sign anything. They just give you a check.
That's great.
And so that's how I get rid of all of my cars because I just
Wow.
go to CarMax. They give me, and the good news about CarMax is they'll give you an offer for the car
That lasts 5
that lasts
days.
7 days.
7 days, yeah. Because
And
I
it's guaranteed.
did sell a car to CarMax once.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
guaranteed. So then you can go, great. Okay. I can just drive around now, figure out what car. I mean, it's a little different with Tesla because now it's like what I'll probably do is I'll pre-order my car, so I'll take it to CarMax
Yeah.
to make sure that it's got some value.
Right.
But then I'm going to be 6 weeks away from getting a new
Right.
Model S.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure yet if I'm going to get a Model X or Model S. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Sponsored by CarMax.
Yeah, no shit. Speaking of Tesla,
Yeah. Oh, boy. That was a segue.
yeah. Guess what I got in my email? No, not yet.
Flamethrower?
Oh,
no.
God,
No, but
that's
it's
so
even better.
excited.
Better than
Oh.
the flamethrower?
Even better.
What's better than the flamethrower?
I was
Or
invited.
not a flamethrower,
I
isn't that
was
what it's called?
invited to the Not a Flamethrower release
Are
and
you
pickup party
What?
here in Los Angeles.
How many guests can you bring?
Yes. How many guests can you bring?
I'm going to be out of town.
Oh, I'm going to take your ID, dye my hair, grow hair, be
gosh.
Alex.
I know.
When is it?
And they're going to be roasting marshmallows with the Not a Flamethrowers.
Get
They're
outta
gonna be-
here.
and it's probably going to be at either the SpaceX place or the Tesla.
Can you
in El
email them
Segundo.
back and explain like the situation and how the podcast is bought and how you're not going to be there and how you can send Tom and I in your place?
I could.
You should.
However,
You should.
it was not like a personalized. Alex, you've been selected.
Yeah.
It's if you're in the LA area,
Right.
we're having 1,000 people come to pick up their Not a
gosh.
Flamethrowers.
When is it?
June 9th.
Fuck, I can't actually do that
really?
either.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm in town, but I'm
We'll send Tom.
busy.
Yeah, well, this is like your second product you've bought from them in a way. They
Oh, totally.
owe
Third.
you letting me go.
Yeah, third. Yeah, because I have the Tesla Powerwall.
go. That's
and
right.
the-
Wait.
and the car.
June 9th is next weekend.
Yeah, I know.
This coming weekend.
Yeah.
Which means if you can pick up your flamethrowers, that means we're going to have a flamethrower in the next few weeks.
Yeah, they said it's going to be summer, so it's going to happen soon.
We gonna
Could bring it to the 200th episode. We can bring it to the 200th episode
Yeah.
party. We can
that's a
light
great
shit
idea.
on fire in the alley behind the
Yeah.
cantina.
Didn't like Boba Fett or someone have a
I think
flamethrower on
this
their
is a
arm? It's very
fantastic
appropriate.
Oh my god! I'm,
Oh my
I'm,
gosh.
I've never
Oh my god.
thought
I'm with Alison.
the ideas were bad except now.
Okay, you know what we can do?
What?
Bring it without the gas tank.
Potentially.
Okay, just so people can see it. Just so people can see it.
Don't know if we're even going to have it.
But if you can pick it up by June 9th, our 200th listening party is June 20th. June 20th.
They said, because they were like, if not, it'll be shipped out later this summer.
Oh, Alex, you have to go.
I can't. I'm going to be out of town.
What's more important to you, going out of town or the podcast and the flamethrowers?
Also,
Not a flamethrower.
you haven't
A lot
told
of
us.
stuff.
You haven't told us that you're going out of town. So we
I have.
discussed
I think
when
you
we're.
guys just forgot.
No, we have to discuss when we're recording this episode.
We'll talk about it afterwards. But
All right,
yes.
fine.
Okay.
Anyway, so that
gosh.
happened.
That's cool.
A lot of
Very
Tesla
cool.
stuff.
God,
All right.
I want the flame.
Yeah.
I know. I really was sad because I was like, I've never been able to go to one of these like events,
Yeah.
like the launch event
Yeah.
or the announcement party.
Does like Elon go to these things? That'd be cool.
I would be shocked if he wasn't there.
He probably goes, but like watches from his like super high up glass
Yeah.
office. Just like looks down on all the peons
With
and is
two
like,
flamethrowers,
Yes.
not flamethrowers, shooting, crossing streams.
wearing a
up at the
boring
top.
company hat.
Yeah. I totally would bring my boring company hat.
I love that. Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways.
All right, let's do some emails, shall
Check
we?
in with the emails. Check in with
Check it with the email. Check it with the email. Oh, okay, here we go.
Okay.
What
What?
is the subject?
What? That's what we like to say
What?
here.
Hello, Alex and Tom, and that other person.
That's me. Who's this from?
Gasp! This is from David Barry.
Hi, David Barry. Oh, David Barry's written in before.
Okay, I understand the point Miss Haislip was making about the biodome, but first, it's in Arizona.
Oh, did I say New Mexico?
Yeah, not New Mexico.
Yep.
That is a separate place.
Oh.
Second, now you have to visit New Mexico so we can prove to you why it is called the Land of Enchantment.
It is?
I'm happy
Its
to
first
go.
slogan was the Sunshine State, but Florida stole it, so now it's the Land of Enchantment.
Fucking Florida.
Yeah.
So
slogans.
I look forward to your visit and an
Crocodile.
apology for saying I'm in fucking New Mexico. P.S.
Is that what I said?
I'm not really angry. I just wanted an excuse to write in and promote New Mexico. But you guys are
Yeah.
awesome and welcome to come anytime you want. P.P.S. Hi, Allison.
Hi.
Dave Barry, Raton,
so
New Mexico,
sorry.
the kick-ass
Oh,
state in
man.
the union.
I didn't realize that was so offensive to New Mexico.
It's so there's also another thing that somebody wrote in, and I was like, we said that? Like,
What was it?
Well, I'll read the
Oh,
email
okay,
after
you'll
this.
get to it.
But that said, we should go to New Mexico.
I'm
would
all
love
about
to.
it.
I feel like I don't know if I've ever been to New Mexico.
No. Where's the Grand Canyon?
France. I don't know.
Nevada. I think in Nevada
Oh,
and
it is?
Arizona, that area.
Okay, then I've been to Arizona.
Okay. That's
Like, you know,
amazing. Where's the Grand Canyon? So many people right now are like,
I know.
are you guys fucking kidding me?
No.
Where is the Grand Canyon? You're like,
I knew it was
maybe
in the-
Arizona?
Somewhere in America.
Somewhere
I've
in
been-
America,
I've
there's a
been to
giant
Arizona.
gash.
But if I'm correct, which I'm probably not, I think New Mexico was the last of the 48 continuous states. And so I did a big report on New Mexico when I was in middle school. So I do have some New Mexico love. Yeah.
Interesting.
Although I could be getting that totally wrong and maybe it was Arizona.
That would be amazing.
Clearly I am flipping the two all the time.
That is amazing. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love to go. What's the big Mexico cities? I don't know.
Albuquerque,
any. Albuquerque.
Oh, then I have been.
Oh, you've been to Albuquerque?
Yeah, I went to
Santa
Albuquerque.
Fe?
Yeah.
Oh, Santa Fe.
from the
That's
great
nice.
Newsy song, Santa Fe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Yeah.
like it.
never heard of it.
So that's what they call a family. Mother, father, daughter, son. Yeah.
Santa
Oh,
Fe.
Is that from Frozen? I don't know what that is.
Is that from Frozen?
I forget all the
I
words.
love that she's Mrs.
know.
Newsies. So speaking of Newsies,
Speaking of Newsies.
More
Sort of.
news
It's not
to-
really.
Okay.
Noozles.
Noozles.
Noozles?
This
What?
is from Caleb.
Hi, Caleb.
Hello, 4-H gang. My name is Caleb from
Hello.
Texas.
Ooh, from Texas.
Hello, Allison.
Yeah.
First-time writer, long-time listener.
I was just in your state.
Like episode 1.
Oh,
Moving on.
okay.
On your April 9th episode, Fix My Liver, Please.
Oh, God.
At the very beginning of the show, you mentioned starting a children's news show and calling it Noozles.
We did?
Exactly. I don't remember any of this.
Tom remembers.
Vaguely remember that,
This
yes.
is what happens when you drink and record a podcast.
By the way, genius idea.
Yeah.
Noozles.
Perfect.
Noozles.
However, there's already a children's cartoon named Noozles.
Oh.
I
wouldn't know
remember
that.
watching it on Nickelodeon in the 80s.
Oh, my gosh.
It was about a stuffed koala bear stuffed koala bears that come to life when you give them Noozles.
This
What
was
are
on
Noozles?
Nickelodeon?
Yeah. And by the way, I watched the thing,
Oh,
and it was a Saban show. And I was like, what?
What's a
Saban. Ham Saban.
Breaking Bad?
Oh.
Saban.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad. But like,
Is it noozles or nuzzles?
Well,
that's
ours was Noozles.
No, I understand, but
And
what's written here? Because I feel like
N-O-O-Z-L-E.
Oh, that's what happens?
You can't
I think it's
copyright stuff
Noozles.
like
What's a noozle to give to a koala?
You rub your noses together.
That's a nuzzle.
Now, nuzzling is anything that's sort of like, you know what I mean?
I
Like
wish
I'm
the
nuzzling.
listeners-
nuzzling the microphone right now.
You could
It's
see what
kinda
Alice is doing
disturbing.
right now.
I don't know if nose to nose Eskimo kisses is what we were always told.
Okay,
But
that's a
nuzzling
noozle?
is like just like cuddling.
Yeah.
It can be anything.
It's like what cats do. When
It's
they
like
want to get in the nook of your neck.
what cats.
What cats
Name for that.
do. So anyway, noozling is technically the term of nose to nose koala kissing.
Aw.
Anyway, the crazy thing is, this
What's
is
the
great,
crazy thing?
as in rubbing noses to theirs. They were from another plane of dimension as well.
Of course.
Good times. I was surprised that none of you remembered the show. It was phenomenal. Anywho, keep
Well,
up the
I
good
didn't
work.
have
Love the
Nickelodeon.
show, Caleb. Well, the funny thing is, I then Googled the intro, like the theme, because remember there used to be theme songs for
Yes.
things?
I know, I missed that.
I know, me too.
Did it sound familiar?
No,
Look it up
but there
now?
was visuals that I was like, oh right. But then it was like they would like go into this pocket dimension, and the kid,
weird
the
for the
girl,
80s even.
and the girl had like a fake koala hat that she would
What?
wear when she was in the
Oh!
koala dimension.
You're right. I'm looking at the images. This totally looks familiar.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like I don't think I watched it because I was like, koala bears, who gives a shit? Like
Yeah.
as a guy, I was like, nobody shoots
That's not
each
manly
other?
enough.
Nobody shoots anybody? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't. We didn't have cable.
And I think here we go. Noozles.
How many times did you listen to it?
Noozles. Noozles.
Says so much about what the show is.
Yeah.
All right.
But so it is
No.
Noozles. Noozles. But it's crazy, right? Because it's like one of those things you're like, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess that was a thing.
It seemed
so-
like very Japanime too.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole. I mean, by the way, there's a second season of The Toys We Loved.
I know. I gotta check that out.
sweet.
It's great
Oh.
to watch the.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
You know what I just started watching?
No.
The Wire.
I've never seen it. Is
I've
it that
never-
good?
Well, I'm only 3 episodes in, and they are very good.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh,
I
yeah.
know everyone's like, "How have you not seen The Wire yet?" So I've just started watching it. I'm very excited, mainly because, like in the first episode, they're in this one area, and I'm looking at this kid. I mean, he's probably like 15,
Oh, right.
and I'm like, "God, this guy looks like young Michael B. Jordan." It's totally young Michael
Yeah.
B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, I didn't know he was in this show.
There's a ton of people.
Yeah, half the dudes are on The Walking Dead.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, man.
McNulty and all
Yeah.
those guys.
It's great.
There's some really good actors in there. There's
Yeah.
some
Yeah, check it out.
moments of like.
Not great acting, or
Well,
you mean
I-
plot of the show?
No. The show's great.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that, like, I think that there's some stuff, like, there's some people that are actually cast that are, like, do the people, like, they do the
What?
job of the thing. Like,
They are
They go into, like, the school system at a certain point, and, like,
Okay.
I think they hired a bunch of,
Oh, well, yeah, I heard
Baltimore
they
school
hired a lot
system
of local people.
Right,
Yeah.
and none of them are
They're
actors.
not actors, yeah.
And I hate, like, that to me, like, Alexander Payne does that a lot.
Right.
Like,
He did that with Election. He hired Chris, the main kid from Election, right? The guy that went on to do American Pie.
He's an actor.
Was he an actor? I thought
Chris
they found him
Klein?
with Chris Klein.
Yeah.
I thought they.
Oh.
No, but the whole point is like because he did The Descendants,
Right.
and
Oh,
there's
that's
like
right.
a couple people that were like local Hawaiian people, and
Mm-hmm.
I just immediately get taken out. Like
Yeah.
his whole thing is like I want the real people for the flair, and for me, I go. But if
those
they're good
people-
actors,
yeah,
because if
yeah.
they're not good actors, I'm completely taking out of this fake world that you're creating.
Yeah.
This isn't happening. Those aren't real people. This
Right.
is a movie,
Right.
a pretend thing.
I hear
And
ya.
so when somebody's
Well,
real,
when
I'm
I
like,
get-
that doesn't get
when
me.
I get to those episodes, I will come back with my comments.
And then, by the way, it's not as like it doesn't take me out that bad in
Right.
The Wire. And by the way, the stories are so crazy that
Yeah.
you're just like, I'm in. No, it's
I'm
cool.
in. Yeah.
And fucking Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, I know. I know.
Oh, with his
Oh, he's so
like
sexy.
amazing American accent.
I know.
Speaking
right?
of sexy British people,
Ooh,
Oh,
yes,
yes.
please more.
Let's go
And
on.
please tell me it's about Martin Freeman.
so no,
Martin Freeman.
I'm so excited that you love
got that
Martin.
new
One of
movie
these
on
days, I'm going to
Netflix.
meet him, and I'm going to be a complete moron in front of him, and I'm real sad about that.
Because I also
moment.
feel like he's going to be super British charming.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? like,
and I'm gonna like
fuck that
tower
guy.
over
I
him.
know, right? Yeah.
It's gonna be at some event where I'm in like really high heels, and I'm gonna be like 4 inches taller than him, and I'm just gonna be like, I can't talk right. Blah.
and then he's gonna be like, it's all right that you just threw up on me.
Yeah.
Let's go to my car.
Yes,
And you're like, Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman.
I'm a free man.
I need you to be my wingman, Alex. You're real
Done.
good at that.
Done.
I
I just
know.
be like, she wants to bang you. Go. Wingman.
I have a friend. Actually, she was at the wedding that I was at this past week in Austin, and she was talking. She's like, I just had a point in my life where I just decided to be really slutty, and I don't care. I'm like, fuck yeah, girl, get good at it.
Yeah.
And so she was in France working somewhere, and someone she was working with, this French guy, was like super attractive and whatever, and young, but she doesn't also speak any French, so she was like talking to the interpreter, being like, how do I make this happen? And the interpreter was like, well, what do you want me to tell him? And she goes, how do you say sure thing in French?
Amazing.
And I was like, I fucking love you. That's amazing. It worked out.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it. Voulez-vous coucher
Coucher avec moi.
Sizzle.
Ce soir.
Ce
That's the
soir.
only thing I can say in French. And
That's all you need.
croissant.
You'll be able to have a great time in France.
Great. Okay, awesome.
Croissant.
Sorry, go on.
Might not work out so well for us. Maybe her.
I know, right?
She'd do fine.
Voulez-vous croissant, s'il vous plaît?
Croissant.
I guess I'll just croissant, s'il vous plaît.
Vino?
Merci. Vino. Vino? What are you, Italian?
Oh, shit. What is it in French?
I think it's like vine.
Oh,
or
it is?
Wine. I don't
It's
know.
I don't know. It's VIN. So
Oh, vin.
Vin. Yeah,
Vin.
right.
You
Vin
took
rouge.
French. You took French. I took French.
I
right?
know.
Vin.
I
I
know.
don't remember.
Taking
Okay.
French and speaking it are two different things.
It's so true.
Anyway,
Anyway.
do you guys remember about 5 years ago?
I don't even remember whatever episode we recorded on
Yeah.
April 9th.
Yeah, right. When the video came out of Bradley Cooper speaking French in an interview.
No.
And
No,
all
but I
the
want
women-
to watch that again.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
show you that. It was basically like a swath of like 2 months of, no, you can't. How could this be? Sharing the video. He's so much more like.
Really? I
We
do
were
not
all
recall, no.
super into him before.
Yeah, but now
he
it's
speaks
like-
fluent French.
Yeah.
Like he does an interview on French television.
I've talked about how I interviewed him
Yeah.
before, right? I interviewed him for Limitless, I believe.
that makes sense.
And it was in it was in New York. And I had to be, because of whatever the flight arrangements, I had to be the first interview because I think I had a flight. G4 had to get me somewhere
Right.
else
Yeah,
later
yeah,
that day. And so it's literally 9:45 in the morning because I think they were starting at 10, but they were like, get her in there at 9:45 so we can start right at 10.
Yeah.
So I had this like brief period before the interview started, which was just me sitting across from Bradley Cooper, just kind of like bullshitting until the interview could start.
Yeah.
He's so lovely and so kind, but he also has the most piercing blue eyes I've ever looked at. And I literally, like, we would have a conversation, and I'm looking at him being like, he's stealing my soul.
Really?
Like, they're
Amazing.
so, I was like, I just felt myself getting sucked out through his eyes. I was like, this is how he looks so young. He just steals
He
people's
eats people's souls through
his piercing blue eyes. Yes.
Amazing.
Anyway,
guy
okay, so
for being
apparently
so
he also spoke French. I would have died.
Speaks French fluently.
basically.
So Google when you get home.
Yes, Bradley Cooper speaking French.
interview.
Yeah.
I think that might have just happened again.
Oh, no. With who? With him?
Benedict Cumberbatch
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no
Fuck
way.
off.
Really?
fights
fuck off.
off
No.
4
What?
muggers
What?
attacking a Deliveroo cyclist near Baker Street.
No
Oh,
way.
my God.
So this literally just happened.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
he's in an Uber with his wife, and they're driving through London going somewhere.
Yeah.
And they see this guy. Deliveroo is like their Postmates.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they see this guy, this cyclist,
Yeah.
who's getting mugged by these 4 dudes.
Oh, man.
Benjamin Cumberbatch jumps.
Sorry, what did you just...
Benjamin Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch, whatever. Benedict Cumberbatch. Ben Cumberbatch jumps out of the car, runs over, starts
my
peeling these guys off of the cyclist
Yeah.
guy. The driver of the Uber gets out. He's starting to help.
Oh, my
They
goodness.
get these guys off of him. And he was like, the Uber driver was like, well, I had no idea it was fucking Benedict Cumberbatch. It was just a dude in my Uber.
Yeah.
But then when he got out, he was like, as he was running to pull these people off, he like looks over and he was like, that's fucking Benedict
Been in the
Cumberbatch.
back of my car.
And he was like, it's so surreal. I literally was like saving this guy from being mugged with
That's
An
Sherlock
Avenger.
Holmes next
amazing.
to Baker Street.
Yeah.
Like they were like a
the
block
Uber
away.
driver was like, I'm Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, good job, Sherlock.
AKA Martin Freeman. Oh, it all
But
comes
how
full circle.
crazy is that? And in an
Thank God
interview,
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, in
Good
an
job.
interview, he was like, they were like, well, why did you do that? Like, what did you? And he goes, well, I couldn't. Like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Why would you
what was
not
the other
do
option?
that? Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But how fucking cool!
That's
it's like
super
if
cool.
if people weren't in love with him enough.
I mean, I just want, like, can you imagine getting saved by Benedict Cumberbatch? It's like when Hugh Jackman helped Jennifer Lawrence after she fell on the steps.
Oh, right. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
First off, Jennifer Lawrence falling on the steps at the Oscars was instantly, like, the most endearing thing that could have happened. But then
Yeah.
the fact that Hugh Jackman runs over to her to help you up, you're like, damn it, Hugh Jackman, you were already the most amazing person on the planet.
Yeah.
You just somehow became slightly more amazing.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
I saw him on the Fox.
Hugh
lot
Jackman?
once. Yeah, he walked by me. He's like 6'3", 6'4".
yeah, that's why they didn't want him to be Wolverine.
That's so funny. Yeah, because Wolverine.
Because Wolverine's supposed to be short.
is
Supposed to
like
be
a short,
5,
stocky guy.
6 and a
He's
half,
supposed to
5,
be like
7.
Tom.
I saw the original picture of Wolverine
Yeah.
they drew.
Yeah.
It says exactly how tall he is. I think he's 5'6".
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why. I mean, Hugh Jackman was great, but I'm a little upset that we could have used a shorter guy like me to represent other short people out there who want to be
short-
superheroes.
The shorter
to represent
superheroes.
Wolverines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, all the Wolverines are like, yes, he's too tall, yes. And you're like, those Wolverines hated Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man! I also interviewed Hugh Jackman, and he was one of the loveliest people. I interviewed him for that stupid robot movie he did.
Oh, yeah.
But I got him to do the
Punching
robot
robots.
with.
Oh,
with
fun.
it. Yeah. that
Oh,
was
cool.
Yeah.
That's fun. Because
And-
he's like a song and dance man.
Well, and then so I got an individual interview with him, but then he sort of did like a mass interview for it was at one of the Comic Cons.
Yeah.
And so it was right after the rumor had come out that he was getting cast in Les Mis.
Yeah.
And so we're all talking about this fighting robot movie.
Yep.
But then someone in the group was like, is it true what we've heard about Les Mis? And he just stopped and he just went, 24601. And we're like, holy shit. He just like busted it out.
Amazing.
I was like, Hugh Jackman's amazing. Yeah.
He must Les Mis.
He must Les Mis.
He must Les Mis. Yeah, it was fantastic. Anyway, so Benjamin. God,
No, it's not Benjamin at
Benedict.
all.
I don't know why. I want to call him Benjamin
Benedict.
Cumberbatch. Benedict
Benedict.
Cumberbatch. Eggs Benedict Cumberbatch. That's how I'm going
Yes.
to remember it now.
There you go. Or Benedict Arnold.
No.
No.
Eggs
okay, sorry.
Benedict.
Eggs Benedict Cumberbatch.
I'll just go like this. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. Because
Benedict Cumberbatch.
You're thinking eggs.
Yeah, exactly.
You're thinking eggs.
I'm just taking the time to think eggs. It's like eggs Benedict Cumberbatch. The last time eggs Benedict Cumberbatch was here.
Oh my god.
He, by the way, how fucking crazy is that? Did you ever hear or see the behind the scenes thing of him and Smaug?
No.
He
From-
actually
from,
a Hobbit.
Love it.
Martin Freeman.
Also with Martin
Yeah.
Freeman.
Jeez.
Oh my god, I love him so much. Okay,
He and Martin Freeman must be like buds.
I hope so.
That's it.
Yeah.
You need to.
I'll
you
be
need
real
to meet
sad.
eggs Benedict Cumberbatch, and then you'll be able to.
I actually,
Yeah.
no
Martin
joke.
Freeman.
You know how there's Runyon Canyon here in LA, which is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a popular area to hike. And one day this was a few years ago, but I'm hiking with a friend of mine who, oddly enough, at the time was like mildly involved with. I almost said Tom Hiddleston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say Tom Holland. She like had this like flirtation going on with Tom Hiddleston or
Oh,
whatever.
fun.
So she was like telling me about this and blah 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 blah. And we get up and we realize we're hiking behind these two dudes who clearly were not prepped to hike.
Oh,
like
right.
they were in like jeans and white
love that.
sneakers,
Converse
and
All-Stars.
they
Yeah.
like clearly not from LA. And someone was like, "Oh, go up here. You can
It's a
see
lovely
like great
walk."
views."
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's not. And we're walking up behind them, and then we pass them because we are actually hiking
Yeah.
and in workout gear. And as we pass them, we realize it's Benedict Cumberbatch and some other buddy.
Wow.
Oh
And we're
my
like,
god.
oh my! And then my friend is freaking the fuck out because she's like,
He
he probably knows Tom Hiddleston.
Amazing.
And she's like, I don't know how much he heard. I'm like, I have a feeling he doesn't give a fuck,
Right.
but whatever.
Yeah. He's also probably trying not to sweat through his chinos.
Yes, exactly. But I literally saw it was like Tom.
Focused
Yeah,
on.
it was Benedict Cumberbatch in like regular jeans
His
and like
taint
white sneakers
rip.
and like a polo shirt or something like
Classic-
that. This poor
classic
dude just like hiking up Runyon.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah,
Oh
I know.
my
Anyway,
God.
so what was this thing about Smaug?
Smaug.
Oh, so I guess he speaks in like either Dwarven or Elvish. There's a moment where he actually speaks in one of the
languages
it
of
would
probably be Dwarven.
Probably, but I feel like it might have been Elvish just to be like a little weirder. But anyway, long story short, he actually had Benedict Cumberbatch. See, I didn't say
Who's
eggs.
he?
Peter Jackson.
Oh, Peter Jackson.
Asked him if he would do the lines in reverse.
What?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Means he said he spoke the lines
He
backwards.
spoke Elvish backwards?
He spoke fucking Elvish backwards. And so they would walk over and he would like figure out how to do it. And so like you can watch this video and it's fucking crazy because you're like, how is he even able to do this? He was like, well,
that actually doesn't, that doesn't sound that hard because one, Elvish isn't a real language, so what you're learning is syllable sounds anyway. So just to reverse them, you're just learning a different kind of fake language.
No. But they actually, when Tolkien wrote the thing, he actually worked with a linguist to create the languages.
No, I understand.
So they actually exist as real languages, but what you're saying is nobody knows it, like, doesn't take high school
like he wasn't
Elvish.
already fluent in Elvish.
Exactly.
So he was learning
it phonetically.
Yes,
and then backwards
yes.
But for me, I'm just like, fucking hell, man, that guy is just like a Superman.
He really is.
And that's what in the article they were like, he was like a superhero.
So like, he has all those like obsessions, like the Cumber bitches or whatever is like what they like. I'm not joking. There's a group of like women who are obsessed with him. They call themselves the Cumber bitches. He has all these like crazy fan groups. And I don't remember when I first became aware of him, but I remember seeing him in some stuff. Like I saw him in August Osage County, and I saw like in these like movies where I was like, I mean, this guy's good.
Yeah.
And he's I was like, I don't find him all that attractive. I was like, what's the obsession? And then finally someone was like, you have to watch Sherlock. And I started watching Sherlock and I was like, never mind.
Yeah.
He's like otherworldly in Sherlock. Someone shouldn't be able to be that good of an actor as he is in Sherlock. And then I'm like, now I understand why he's attractive.
Yeah.
It's almost like Ed Sheeran. You're like, if Ed Sheeran worked at McDonald's, no one would pay attention to Ed Sheeran. But he is so fucking talented that you're like, he's attractive.
So if you're a celebrity, you're more attractive?
No, not being a celebrity. Talent.
Sure, talent.
I just want Eggs Benedict Cumberbatch to wear a cummerbund with a bunch of cucumbers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Because then it would be Cumberbatch's cummerbund with a bunch of cucumbers on it.
It would be a cummerbund.
Cummerbund.
What?
It would be a cummerbund.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch's cummerbund.
Right, with a bunch of cucumbers.
No. Wait, is a cummerbund already called a cummerbund?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to mash up cucumber.
Cucumberbund.
No, that's why I said
cucumber. But I'm saying you don't have to say a bunch of. I'm trying to say is Benedict Cumberbatch's cucumber bun.
Yeah.
That's what you have to say.
Oh, his cucumber bun.
Yes.
Got it. I see.
Yeah.
But it would be
I was saying you
Benjamin Cumberbatch's cucumber bun.
No, cucumber bun.
Right, but
cucumber bun.
Right, but a cummerbund with cucumbers on it is a cucumber bun.
Cucumber bun.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch's cucumber bun.
Right,
okay,
exactly.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Thank you. All right, done.
I mean, please let's now name the episode Benedict Cumberbatch's cucumber bun.
Yeah. When you guys are like, well, that's a long thing.
I don't care. It's amazing to say. After a glass of whiskey, I'm so happy right now.
Let's put this baby
Benedict
to bed. Let's put this
cucumber bun. Benedict Cumberbatch's cucumber bun. Oh, okay. Should I end the show?
Yes.
Please.
Why am I so giddy right now? Hey everyone, thanks for listening. If you want to email us with more celebrity alliteration clothing items that they should wear, please do. At halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, halfhourhappyhr. Please subscribe to us and rate us and share us with your friends on anything you listen to us on, be it iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify. We're on all the shit. I've also learned that sometimes you need to search us without the or with the.
Oh, funny.
Really? It's like, yes,
sometimes
like 100%.
Half hour, sometimes it's half hour happy.
Yeah, and if you search it in the wrong way, it won't pop up. It's very weird. I don't know why. So try the.
Try the.
Try the. And that is it for this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
I'm Alex Albrecht. Sitting in with us as always, the lovely and talented Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
Bye. Cumberbatch's cummerbund.
Cucumber bun. See you next week.
Cumberbund.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.